It's regarded as one of the most beloved stop-motion animated films of all time. But is it a Halloween movie or a Christmas movie? I'm One Bad Comic, and this is Vinyl Snacks. What's up, Vinyl Heads? Welcome to another episode of Vinyl Snacks. I'm your host, One Bad Comic. Guys, thank you so much for joining me again. Episode, I believe this is we're over 20 now, guys. So, I know I wasn't able to do, I think I missed out on like 2 weeks of episodes. So, I do truly apologize for that. I've been kind of been busy with other things, but I'm back doing my show and back at it with some really neat vinyl records. I want to give a big shout out real quick to all the fans out there that have been messaging me like, hey, where's the Vinyl Snacks? Like sometimes I do it and I just think that nobody's like watching, but I legit have fans out there that really enjoy this show, so I truly appreciate it. And if you're new to the show, what's up, homie? It's pretty much a show where I share some of the vinyls in my collection and talk a little bit of the history about it. Today we're going to be talking about probably one of my favorite anime movies of all time. Everybody loves this movie, dude. I mean, it's definitely one of the, it's a classic. A Nightmare Before Christmas, guys. Such a good movie. I remember I saw this movie when I saw it in theaters when it came out, and I was blown away because I was like really young. I must have been maybe like 8, maybe younger than that. But I remember seeing it in theaters. My cousins took me, and I was like blown away by the animation on it because it's a stop motion film. It's not really like drawn, so they had like this claymation that they would do, and so they would have to do stop motion film for it, which it was really neat to watch. It still holds up, like it still looks really cool, even over 20 years later. It still holds up as a really good movie with really good production value. It was actually released on October 29, 1994. So that was a while ago, 1994, dude. And it actually took them, I think it was like over 3 years to make this film, which is a really long time. Like I said, it's mostly because of the stop motion that they would do. So that kind of it had to extend the production of it. A lot of people don't really realize this, but Tim Burton was not really the director of the film. A lot of people think he was the director, but no, it was not him. It was actually another guy named Henry Selick. Henry Selick was the one who directed the film, and he kind of has talked about it, where he kind of said it was like, well, Tim Burton only was there for like 8 days or 10 days for the production. He really didn't have a lot to do with the film. So I think Henry kind of took all the credit for it. But it was Tim Burton. It was based off of Tim Burton's idea, which originally was made as a poem. So he wrote this poem called The Nightmare Before Christmas, which originally only had 3 characters in his poem, which was his dog Zero, which is the little ghost dog. And I don't know if you guys know, he has like a little shiny red nose. But if you zoom in on it, you get closer to it, it's actually a pumpkin. So that's pretty neat, right? I didn't know that. If you like look into his thing, it's a little pumpkin. But he was one of the characters in the poem, and also Jack Skellington and Santa Claus were the 3 characters in the Tim Burton poem. So he eventually turned it into a film. He originally had a guy named, well, we all know the guy who made the music to this, which was a guy named Danny Elfman. So Danny Elfman has worked with Tim Burton on a lot of films, and it was crazy the way they came up with it, because Tim Burton would just give them ideas. Like, Danny Elfman came up with the songs before the script came out. Isn't that insane, dude? Like, that's so incredible. So Tim Burton would just tell him the poem and be like, well, it's the story of this and that. So Danny Elfman would be like, okay, I got you. He comes back with songs. Like, so that's pretty cool, man. And big ups to Danny Elfman, who recently became the oldest performer to ever perform on Coachella. So big ups to Danny Elfman for still kicking ass. He's got the record for being the oldest guy to perform on that festival. So Originally, and a lot of people don't know this also about Danny Elfman. Danny Elfman was a guy who voices Jack Skellington anytime he sings. So every time he sings, that's actually Danny Elfman's voice. The other guy who was the voice of Jack Skellington when he's not singing was a guy named Chris Sarandon, I believe. I think that's his name. So it was two people that voiced Jack Skellington. I had to buy the record because, I mean, obviously it's just such a timeless movie, dude, and all the songs are so good. Getting at the Santa Claus, dude, all these, all these great songs. So I had to get it. I had to get it and buy it on record. It's really cool because, like, in the very front of the record, it's a big shot of Jack Skellington on top of the hill. It's a very infamous scene. So it says Disney Original Motion Picture. If you open it, it's pretty basic, I guess. It has some designs in the background, like these little circles, which is kind of cool, and they're in purple, and then they fade out into a darker purple towards the bottom. In the middle, there's just all these little movie clips, like little scenes from the movie, and so that's basically it. And under that, obviously, you have the tracks, which this actually came in 2 vinyl records. So it's the full motion picture soundtrack to it. It's super cool. Actually, the cool thing also that's cool about it is the record itself. If you actually get it and take it out, it's on a purple, like a purple matte color, and it's got a picture of Jack Skellington on the middle of it. So you have the side A, side B, and it's on a 33 and a quarter RPM. So, I really like the color. I think that just add a little bit more flavor to the record, But again, this is a record that you gotta have it, man. If you have any vinyl records or own vinyl, you gotta have this, man. Anytime you put it on, you're just getting a good mood because I guess it reminds you of your childhood or you just really like the movie. But it goes back to the age-old question, baby. Was it a Halloween movie or was it a Christmas movie? Some people say it was a Christmas movie. It's like everybody debates this all the time. But I looked it up, and it turns out, according to the director himself, Henry Selick, he says that Nightmare Before Christmas was actually a Halloween movie. So there you have it, guys. But again, I guess it's subjective because this is definitely a movie you can watch on Christmas too. It's got that Christmas theme to it. I really, really enjoy the movie. I relate to Jack a lot. I think sometimes when we have goals and dreams, like that's the way people. I feel like when I was being a comedian, that's the way I felt people would see me, like Sally, like, no, it's gonna go bad for you. So. But yeah, I really like the character a lot. I actually dressed up for him a couple of times for Halloween, and it's a record that I really, really enjoy, and I have in my collection. So I thought I'd share that. Oh, my laundry's done. But I guess that's about it for today, guys. Make it short and sweet. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful week, and I guess I'll catch you guys on the next episode of Vinyl Snacks, baby. Peace.